My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of the original Total Recall, and this video will have spoilers, so that's your warning. But if you asked me what is my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, I would say Terminator 2. If you asked me what's my second favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, I would say Total Recall then, because I think this movie is just awesome and badass and so weird and I love it. But let's begin talking about the story because I feel like this movie could have been a convoluted mess, but it's just a very well handled story where you're constantly in doubt if anything is real. Is he at recall right now? Or is this actually happening? And you keep going back and forth throughout the movie. And I do like how the movie doesn't try to have this big reveal at the end. No. Instead, it keeps you on edge throughout. And I do think there's actually a thoughtful exploration here of how memories affect the person we are. And how we can still always choose to do what's right. On top of that, I think everything with the rebellion on Mars is fantastic. And I said spoilers, so I'm getting into it. The fact the villain is Arnold Schwarzenegger's former self is actually such a cool reveal. Like, it could have been messy, but they handle it to perfection, and I just think you've got yourself a really great story with some great thematic depths, and it's just a very exciting and thoughtful and incredibly well-paced movie. Like, anytime you think this movie might slow down, it picks back up just like that. And I love how this world is brought to life. The X-ray machines where you see the skeletons entirely, or the hologram weapon, or the video phone, or the disguise that makes him look like that one lady. It's just adds to the experience of watching this movie, and this movie is filled with fantastic production design. Like, it blows me away just how many of these sets are practically built. And Mars is such a cool environment, and I love the red look to it. It's really great. And I also think this movie is so well shot. There was one moment early on when Craig's in the recall, and a guy actually opens the door for the cameraman, and he's just rushing in there all panicky, and it just works completely, and the sound in this movie is great, and the practical effects are just amazing. Like I said earlier, this movie is very weird, and I love it because of that, but lots of the weirdness just lies in the character designs and the fact there is a woman with 3 breasts, or there's a guy with an alien face, or there's a taxi driver with a mutant hand, or there's a guy with this other human attached to him here, and it all looks incredible. But my favorite usage of practical effects in this movie is when the bad guy is blown out at the end, and he, his eyes are bulging up, they're popping out, his entire face is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm just like, this is so awesome. Like, it's so gross, but I love it. And then you've got the exact same thing happening to our two main leads shortly after, and it's just nail biting. Like, are they going to survive this? What's happening? And it's really fantastic. I think the sense of humor in this movie works really well. It's pretty dry, but it still lands, and you do got yourself some Schwarzenegger one-liners. So yeah, like the entire movie on a technical level is just perfection. Paul Verhoeven does such a great job. And the cast, speaking of which, is really great. Arnold really does a great job carrying this movie. He brings a nice energy to it and he just has that charisma. I I actually find him to be underrated as an actor, and this is legitimately one of his better performances. Then you've got Rachel Tisserton, who I still liked, but I'm not sure if I bought the romance here, but she still does a perfectly fine job. Sharon Stone in this movie is great. I think in just a short amount of time, she really stands out. I like Michael Ironside and Ronnie Cox quite a bit, but I also really liked Mel Johnson Jr. I thought he gave a great performance as well. So yeah, I think this movie has some nice humor. I think it's got. Oh man, I didn't even talk about the action. The action is great. It's well choreographed. It's brutal. It's well shot. You got yourself some great action. And that scene of the guy in the elevator at the end with his arms is really great. Yeah, this movie's awesome. It just is. Yeah, you got some nice humor, you got yourself some great action, you got yourself some great world building, you got yourself a truly unique vision on display. It's weird, it's ambitious, it's thoughtful, it's got a real great compelling story that constantly keeps you guessing, like it's real mindfuck in the best of ways. You got yourself a great cast. I love this movie. Yeah, this movie's just awesome. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. And I love it whenever the windows get blown apart in this movie and everyone gets sucked out. It's so cool. And once again, the practical effects, amazing. And the eye stuff, oh, just freaky. And yeah. But Total Recall, original. Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.